We got 94K, man. Let's go. Good evening, traders. Welcome to the Wednesday live stream where the bullish engulfing candle we got yesterday in crypto has continued, thankfully. Some extremely key levels have been recaptured, and you got to wonder if there's going to be consequences of that technical event ongoing right now. We have less than an hour until the daily close. Bear with me. I've been going nonstop all day. So I'm just trying to like take a breather for a second, get this all set up. Okay. Let's look at this thing. This is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, right? It's all about that 91.2 to 92.8 level. Great follow through. And we've already discussed the targets if there was going to be follow through, historically speaking, right? Not us saying that we know what's going to happen, but historically speaking, market participants have been fancy to run this asset up to 99.3. They just have, okay? If it doesn't happen, it's not my fault, but don't get mad at me for discussing. How many times, Larry, have they done it? A lot. So if not that, maybe just a supply line that extends back to October 6th, the old all-time high, and another anchor point from October 27th. Maybe they would take it to that point, 97.2. All right. So there is, if this is real, there is some more upside. And that'd be great for altcoins. It'd be good. You know, about time. It was terrible. I mean, like the sell-off we received in crypto was pretty cataclysmic. If people were, I mean, Bitcoin, it was bad. It was like 30% in less than 3 weeks. Oh my God, right? Breaking key supports. Whoa. But it was even worse for altcoins. I mean, it was way worse. So the good news is on those altcoins, we had those extension patterns, those target areas that were initially respected. You had a little joke of a rally, then they rolled over again going into the beginning of this month, day one, and testing those levels again. And buyers are defending. So good stuff on Bitcoin. There is more upside if this is real. 45 minutes till the daily close. Continue to monitor. But let's go to Ethereum, as we always do, up almost 7%. It's just pretty cool, isn't it? I mean, go back to this isn't like something that's new. It's just good to see buyers recapture a key level that they desperately needed. And if the price remains above 3,000 or given enough time, a historical target would be 35.20. That's just how it is. It could run to those levels and you could still remain in a midterm downtrend. It could wind up being the lowest high. This happens after assets, okay? People are conflating like sentiment and trends, and just because
too much opportunities from silver to Bitcoin to Rivian. How do we cope, Mitch? Rivian Cup with handle, man?
Rivian Cup with handle. What's up, Greg P? No, I must TTS might have butchered that, but thank you, dude. I mean, look, dude, think about the second largest crypto in the entire world who looked terrible. All right, it looked awful. And then a bearish wave structure potential bearish wave structure presented itself way back. I mean, my God, we're talking late October, Halloween. Go back to the streams. And by golly, that wave structure played out to its extremity, to its max threshold of validity at the harmonic optimum price. And they lost support. And that's awful, man. But hey, that's right around exactly where it reacted. And they pushed this thing lower, but they just wouldn't let it go. New month, new price action, I guess. And now we're seeing it rip higher. I mean, we're talking up nearly 14% in less than 2 days, going on 2 days. Okay, that happens, chat. In your worst of worst bear markets that have ever existed in all of crypto, you will eventually get 14% pumps in 2 days. But it's cool to see that the pump is actually occurring at this harmonic optimum price. All right. But again, losing 38.6% in 25 days is ridiculous. That is devastation to somebody who had mass allocation to this asset. So don't even say it wasn't. That happened. It was a period to exercise caution. And now it's just, all right, we get rallies up. I mean, look at this. You know, after that crash, that pseudo crash, you had a 22% rally in 3 days. Did the trend change? No. Just more data came in that represented that there were less market participants involved with the asset than before. I mean, look what happened here. They took it down October 17th. It went up 16% in 10 days. Did it change anything about the prevailing midterm trend? No. You get rallies in downtrends. You are getting one right now. And my God, there could still be crazy upside on Ethereum in this downtrend we are in right now. There is a swing high at 3283, but that's kind of anomalous. Typically, above 3K, you target for 3520. All right, just had to get that out of the way. People will come in chat and be like, bro, everyone was so bearish. And it's like, bro, 40% of value lost in a ridiculous amount of time. People just forgetting about that. We got to go all, dude, 2 days. 14%. Okay, great, man. People see green candles and they go absolutely insane. And they act like what just happened, that devastating event that just occurred over 3 weeks, didn't happen. Say, calm down, bro. All right, let's look at XRP, up 2.3%, pretty mild compared to these other ones, you know, underperforming a lot. Solana, Ethereum, BNB, but still, right? got down to a level that, okay, you were destroyed, man. You were obliterated. Think about XRP. Down 30% in 11 days. That happened. It was awful. It was the lowest high of the downtrend. And yes, buyers are trying to regain their footing near a very key liquidity zone, inflection zone. And maybe, just maybe, if there is a Santa Claus, it might be a local high or low, and we might see a rally up to 240. They could high to low this thing and 886 it to 250. And unfortunately, it would just manifest into the lowest high of the downtrend. So you just got to be cognizant of, in downtrends, rallies occur. And that's what's going on right now. It's amazing, man. Okay. Going for your highest daily close since November 26th. Not that big a deal. All right, BNB, whatever. Look at for a second. Is it rallied? Yes. BNB 5% roughly. All right, back above the 200. Where you are right now, they could take this thing back to $1,000. That'd be an 88% retrace from the previous high to low. And you can't be that surprised because they're just looking left, not much here, really. So, yes, all of these assets, okay, BNB, Solana, same thing. They have recaptured critical areas. It's beautiful in ways. It really is. To see the respect of this harmonic, and it all was confluent with an inflection zone looking left, where, oh, wow, look, dude, where unlimited times in history, it's acted as a reversal. It's acting as a reversal again after chat. Solana lost 41% of its value in 25 days. Remember, that happened. People were financially murdered in a very short period of time. So yes, at Fibonacci extensions, max thresholds, at supports, sellers tested once, they failed. They tested twice, and it seems like they have failed. So a more pronounced rally could occur off this low, and your upside potential, as we discussed yesterday, it could take you as high as 160, 162. And if that was the conclusion of the rally, it would end up being actually, unfortunately, the lowest high of this midterm downtrend we are in right now. But it's cool to see a confirmation low at a key level where reversals have occurred in the past, and the consequences of that has equated typically to 160, 162. So great stuff, man. Let's keep it going, man. We'll send it to 160 tomorrow. So there's still, where it is right now, if it's real, you still got about 10 to 12% upside on Solana. Not bad, man. You gotta, the only issue with these little downtrend rallies, they may not be that reliable, and they may not perform as well as you might think. What if there's a lack of demand where the buyers are unable to even get it to 160 because your trend is not your friend right now? That's the only crappy thing about it. You want harmonics to develop in very well established long-term, mid-term uptrends, the conclusion of a short-term downtrend. Like silver. Oh, silver was doing a local support, a local test, confirmation low at key levels, and a very real long-term uptrend. And its reliability wasn't just high, its performance after reliability was extremely good. So better markets, better trends right now, but it's cool to see the biggest loser of all loser markets. Definitively, it's good to see the higher market cap ones rally. And you got market cap rally. You got rally across this crypto market. Okay, it's no different. I mean, like SUI was up 18% yesterday, 4% today. Yeah, dude, these things are gonna rally, man. It's SUI. Look, I mean, but remember the context. Like, great, dude, 24% in 2 days. And let's just say from October 14th to the lowest point, which was a couple days ago, 57% of its value evaporated in 48 days. Hard to get excited or really want to put money into something that is even capable of doing something like that. But great, man. 139. It was an old, the inception candle high reversal. That's where it reversed. Cool story, bro. It was so bad you couldn't even paint a harmonic extension because there wasn't even like a, you know, a high or low deep retrace. It was terrible. So cool, dude. Maybe they take it to 196. Maybe not. The trend is really bad right now. So, okay. Great stuff. Let's look at total. Remember, they recaptured the key inflection zone. It was very close. And now you're rallying and you're going for your highest daily candle close since November 16th. Wonderful. And it is true. Like above $3 trillion market, 3 trillion market cap. I mean, 3.25, maybe 3.5 in actuality. In the weirdest of weird worlds, the most bullish of bullish worlds, I mean, they could take it to 3.6, 3.5 trillion from here. This is where you could get a nice rally. But remember, the trend isn't really your friend right now. Momentum's still virtually in the hands of the sellers, but they finally have met their match after, right? I mean, from the highest high to lowest low, a 37% loss in 46 days. Yes. Eventually supports hold, and they did this time. Good. All right, we're on the same page now. Do we understand? Like, there's just, I'm glad this rally's happened for the sake of the Moon Boys that have been exiled to the McDonald's Wi-Fi, their local McDonald's, where we did. After this drawdown, you don't know. If you don't know, you had a record level of McDonald's job applications turned in, right? Presented to McDonald's. That happened after this carnage. That is not indicative of a bull market, right? For crypto. So maybe after, hey, if Moon Boys are up 14%, they might be quitting McDonald's. All right, so let's go to the S&P. That it did have a nice, I like it. It was a great close. It was the highest daily close. My God, since, wow, November 3rd, very good. You got 1 month highs on the S&P futures after they broke that supply line and they've spent some time back testing.
I know the 4-hour chart isn't as reliable as daily, but tell me Dairy's not a textbook cup with handle on Rivian's 4 hours.
Cup with handle, man? I don't know, we'll look at Rivian. That, you know, had a nice rally today. Dude, Rivian's a situation that you're just in it. You've been in it. You're up. But you're not satisfied. You're not even close to price objectives. And you're just going on with your life, right? You got your wife, you got your kids maybe, or you don't. You're going out, you're doing things. Maybe you're going hunting. Who knows, right? Whatever your hobby is, you own the Rivian. It's in the portfolio. Again, you're up and you're just waiting for higher prices. It's very simple. And no need, Greg P in chat, there's no need to even look at the 4 hour. Unnecessary on Rivian. Too powerful of structural development to even care about 4 hour ever. Okay. Patience required though. So the futures, all right, 1 month highs. All we got to do now is break 68.83 and I'm gonna feel a lot better. But you would think at some point after a rally like that, any sort of pullback, my God, could you imagine if they took it to 6,600 and some crazy inverse head and shoulders developed? Yeah, I think where you are now, a pullback that concludes higher than this low we put in late November would be really good. It might be an opportunity. I just wonder what assets would be pushing us lower. Probably got to get rid of this channel at this point. It was so beautiful, man. Served us so well for so long, but now it just doesn't really need to be there at this point. Meh. Cool. But you can still see everything remains the higher lows. Now we're trying to make this. I mean, we need to make a higher high at some point. It would really be nice to see actually the 1618 be tested. This is all being propagated today. Tesla was a big culprit. Google waking back up after days of just lolling around near the all-time highs right below. Poor Microsoft got bad AI news, but it wasn't as bad as you thought it might be. We're going to look at, NVIDIA was down 1% today. Really just, come on, NVIDIA. What are you doing? You keep trying to get back above that key level. You keep failing. 183.40 or whatever. So not too bad. Up today and at 1 month highs on the Spider or the S&P 500. Let's look at the NASDAQ. Great stuff. It was it 1 month highs or not quite? 3 week highs though. You gotta like that. After a huge sell-off last night, took out the whole candle from yesterday. You kind of follow through candle after the virtual engulfing. So a lot more work to be done on this one to make a higher high than the highest high. So again, any pullbacks you get might be buying opportunities, like the index fund. They do something like this. That might be really good. It could be a dragon pattern that would develop or something. But yeah, 3 week highs on the NASDAQ futures. I guess they're trying to recapture this channel. I guess. We'll just leave it up for a little bit longer. But it's still kind of resistance where it was once support. Okay. Not as bad of shape for the Dow Jones futures. Yeah, huge green candle. I mean, that was your, in actuality, that was your second highest daily candle close in history on the Dow Jones. Very strong right now. Outperforming every index fund. The US 30. Who's the biggest culprit of that? Biggest culprit. UNH, Goldman Sachs, McDonald's. Hey, McDonald's, bro. Amgen, AXP, American Express, Walmart, CRM. It was a good day for most of them. Yeah, but then you had Microsoft and Apple down almost like the most. Microsoft was the worst performer of the Dow Jones today, but it didn't matter. Sweet. And then we'll just look at the small caps, and then we'll go to those Mag 7s. Huge green candle today. I mean, right? It's a good day when the Russell 2000 is trading above 2464, the old all-time high from 2021, 2024. Gotta love that. Look at some of the best gainers today on the Russell 2000. Oh, it was crazy. ELF, AMKR, PCBX, MicroStrategy, man. WFRD, Carvana, PR, ONTO, SMCI. Those are all of them were up over 2%. Everything else was under. I mean, these are the big ones, the big weighted assets on the Russell 2000. So huge pumpage today. All right. So we'll look at, we'll go from best to worst. Tesla was the king today. Beautiful. I mean, you figured maybe a back test, but they're not doing it yet. Do we even care about this as much? No, it's all about the levels now. So they're attempting a rally. I wonder if it's just gonna be V-shape-ish. But the break 439.75 is spectacular. And on deck, there's no resistance till 465. I wonder if we'll get it in the next few days. To go test that again after a drawdown like that would be insane. I mean, it might be. Let's check out the monthly, because the monthly is a huge deal here. All right, watch this. This is like at the worst of the worst last month. It looked bad, but intra-month, by the end of the month, they had recaptured 414.50, the old all-time high from 2021. And look at it now. Are you attempting a piercing line? No, they are piercing through already 50% of the previous candle's body. You got to wonder, with 27 days and 22 hours to go, where Tesla's going to be. You have to understand, technically, this is godlike. Where it was scary, it's quite possibly liquidity grabs. They're not letting this thing go lower. They're not letting it close below this key inflection point. I mean, the long-term trade setup, all-time highs, next target 48, and after that we have a price discovery target in the 560s, I believe. So this is just something that, like Rivian, you just own it. Interesting that they're both car companies, right? Electric car companies. This one's batteries, robotics, whatever. But I just gotta say, like, the technicals on Tesla's monthly are pristine, especially now after the initial price action we have received on the new month. Really, if it's really going like this, it would be effortless to make an all-time high in just a little bit of time. So it's something to continue to monitor. All right. Apple's already broken its all-time highs, you know, all these other ones like Google. There's nothing to do, man. The upside potential is who knows now. Run away, Google train. Amazon's all right. Nvidia already had its fun in the sun. Meta, breakaway gap to the downside, is downtrending. It's not really hot. Momentum's not in the hands of the buyers right now on Meta. And then Microsoft, definitely not in the hands of the buyers right now. I mean, I think Tesla on the its monthly chart is the best of the 7 right now due to what we've got in the past couple days. I think that argument gets weaker if sellers take over and push the price back below 414.50, but anytime above 414.50 right now on the monthly, this is setting up for a crazy run, and no one would believe it. No one. I'm in the chat for Elon. Let's go to Google. This is what I'm talking about, right? Google, sir, madam, runaway freight train. Nothing like Tesla. Tesla, opportunity. Opportunity, Tesla. Google, opportunity was knocking this summer. You know it for a fact if you watch this stream, especially with the Patreon Citadel. It's gone now. It's just like Hall of Famer. And that's it. That's Google. It was up today. It was one of the highest closes ever. Somehow the 2618 fib extensions just support now. Bullish engulfing candle. I mean, if you want to be real about it, it was the fourth highest candle close we've ever seen. But no strategy, no structure, no idea what your upside potential is in this situation. But amazing. We love it. Nice job, Google. Apple down 0.71% today. About time, man. They went on an 8-day win streak, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days in a row. Yeah, give me a red candle. I don't care, right? But it is still something that has a lot more upside. It's just at this point, after 8 days of just green closes, yeah, they pull this thing back. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Great. The trend is wonderful. Let's look at the monthly on Apple. I mean, that is 3 record monthly closes in a row. And just on the new month, up about 2% with really nothing here. And then your old monthly channel on Apple, it's ridiculous, right? Like, they actually broke this channel's supply line and it flipped to a demand line last month. And here we are, just broken out, which doesn't happen very often. So gotta really like what's going on here on this one. 300, you think psychological level? 297's a 1414 on the daily. The 2025 1414, or 298 almost. So whatever, slow and steady with more upside for sure. Amazon was down today. On this one, you know, it's real tough, man. Trading at the same price it was trading at December last year. I mean, it's done nothing outside of the earnings crap, the gap and crap, we call it. Okay, it gapped, it crapped, presented an M shape. And yesterday, what were we discussing? That shooting star reversal. It did catch fall through today. Not too much, but it's there, and it's not about like
is
what's
GPRO worth it for a long-term hold?
No. GoPro, no. I mean, do we need to look at we'll look at the lifetime chart of GoPro, and that'll tell you right there why no is always the answer. But certainly we will look at it. I appreciate the contribution, Grandi. Or wait, was that Heath? Sorry, getting confused here. That was Heath. Thank you, Heath. Much love, dude. Sorry, I haven't even looked at chat. My bad, dude. I'm just trying to look, dude. I try to go live and do this analysis, provide the value, whatever. I don't even know if y'all want me to talk to y'all in chat as much as you want me to just look at the charts. So do what I can. So it doesn't matter about like what happens next on Amazon. It's more about what we want to happen to be able to strategize optimally. That's what matters here. We want it. We want a gap fill on the candle close for 220. We want to retest 215.85. We can get it. We can. Easiest trade setup entry of all time. Where if you did that, my God, man, so easy to manage risk. Tightest stop loss, a strategic entry with the most upside potential. I pray for this. I think I had a dream about it last night. Dude, Amazon hit 215.85, type 2 return of M shape of the bat pattern. Nice. Anyway, whatever. Down today. Nvidia was down 1% today. I just when you think like you see these things in the morning at their highs and you're like, hey man, maybe they're going to do it. Maybe we're going to be all right on Nvidia. And then look how it closed. Not great. Not great at all. So 183.40. That's the level of levels. They tested that successfully. The sellers did as resistance. And then you got fall. It was almost like a shooting star a little bit. And they fall through today. So back, I mean, if you talk about if it's a head and shoulders, the traders have settled up back below the neckline. That's not great either. That's not price action. That's good. So you're going to need a catalyst or something to turn things around here. Because above 183.40, there is definitely good upside to at least 193. But until that breaks, we have to be very cautious on this one. Okay. Caution below 183.40 because that's a key level. Below 183.40, you're thinking right back down to 170 eventually if this keeps up. I hope not. All right. Meta. That, it's going through a little bear market rally right now. Downtrends going on. It was down a little bit today, but there was no structure, no strategy, nothing that we could take action on, right? If you want an edge on the market, structures have to develop. If you want to be able to manage your risk optimally, those structures have to develop at inflection points. And none of that was going on Meta. So congratulations on your random casino pump. You just don't know how long these will sustain before they start rolling over again. Could continue. I mean, all the way to the 200, 672. Yeah, we're just looking at it. It was down today. Great. Microsoft down the worst. Dude, like AI news. And it's like the worst thing you could have asked for was the neckline of that mega weekly double top. It was confirmed yesterday as resistance at the absolute high of day and rejected, and just they rallied it, and there was such a lack of demand they couldn't even truly fill a gap. That's gross, man. But it is up a little bit after hours, 0.35%. But after that you would think, okay, a retest of 467 is in order for Microsoft. Okay, look at the weekly. I mean, so far this week, terrible. Like worst thing you could have dreamed of, right? That huge rally after they back tested 467. Huge rally. Oh my God, and then like, wow, they settled up right below it to close the week out. And then this week, gapped down a little bit, tested it formally again as resistance, and that's it. That's like bad data. That's not the data you want so far. So kind of like absolute worst case scenario ongoing in the first 3 days of the week for Microsoft. At, you know, the price action correlation is so negative to this. So not great, man. All right. So that's your Mag 7. Let's run to gold real quick. Your weekly, you know, it's fine. You know, it's kind of oscillating flat pretty much. Daily. Yeah, they sold into it yesterday, and it looked like they might be doing things, but the short seller's not letting it happen. You're just hanging around. The new candle about an hour ago reopened. It was like straight up 45 minutes ago. This started trading again. So still broken out of the symmetrical triangle or the price contraction, whatever you want to call it. But still buyers are struggling to break 42.40. They pushed it to that level at the top intraday yesterday and failed miserably. So you got to wonder, will the buyers relent after that rejection? Will we begin to sell off now? Even if they did sell off, they could take it to 4,058 again and still be fine. Anything above 4,058 is technically like fine on gold. But yeah, not as interesting as silver, which silver just 2 hours ago made its highest daily candle close again. How many days in a row is it now? 4 record daily closes in a row. Not by much, I know. Like, yeah, for sure. But intraday, even a record. I think it was this morning. Maybe this afternoon. I can't remember. I pinged y'all when it happened. Got an alert. But it's just phenomenal. Okay. As gold had its big run, silver is beginning its own big run. At some point, these green candles, dude, it's 1, 2, 3, 8 green candles in a row, just like Apple. Crazy enough. Apple and silver are like on the same page. And they're also making record closes and stuff together. It's weird. But yeah, you'd eventually think a red candle would come in. They might even pull it back to back test 5460, 5450, that old sell wall as a buy wall. Might flip it, put in the highest low ever and run again later. But yeah, you do have crazy fundamentals going on with this silver squeeze for now. It will be interesting to see. I just don't know, man. Like when are they gonna give us a red candle? Probably today, right? Yeah, dude. Probably today. But maybe they take it to 60 first, where in Shanghai, in China, they took silver prices all the way to $60.80. It was wild. Definitely a structural deficit on the silver market. And all these other metals too, like palladium, phenomenal. The party, I think, just getting started on that one. Let's see here. Palladium. Yeah, another test. Like they did it again yesterday. You know, on the new day, it's down 1%. It's just a big sell wall there. It's suppressed. You wonder if they'll go test 1364 again. But again, it's not even about what's going on at 1500. It's about the Wyckoff accumulation phase E situation we're in, where eventually it'll break. It'll absorb the remaining supply. It'll run to 1850 and then probably see the 2000s next year sometime. Yeah, but metals ruling the realm. Anyway, this, you know, just giving you updates on these metals because I do think it's important. Because that's like just, I mean, they're cyclical, right? And guess what's, look what happened on copper, man. Yesterday, highest daily candle close since July 30th. And we've already discussed this. We looked at the monthly. I think it's quite possibly the best looking kind of setup on metals. Palladium's really good too. But my God, dude, copper, you know, if it had a record close last month, a few days ago, look at it already. There's virtually nothing here on the monthly. The 3 rising valleys, so good. And it's in continuation context we talked about. So, all right. Great stuff, man. Even aluminum was up, dude. Aluminum chat, making multi-year highs, quite possibly getting ready for a run of 3,220. Yeah, man. I mean, this is some nice accumulation here and key levels. The big one's October. He's up 7.43%, and there's just really nothing here looking left. You would be targeting for 3,220 on aluminum. Unbelievable. And then platinum, very strong.
Hey Mitch, can we look at CPB Campbell's soup? Thinking it might have high upside and minimal risk at these levels.
Oh my
Thanks
God.
again for the education. The best
Bro.
TA on YouTube. Roll
Preston,
Tide.
Thanks so much, dude. Roll Tides for sure. Have you been following what has occurred to Campbell's Soup? They had a high up chief officer that literally said that Campbell's Soup was bioengineered garbage trash for poor people. Like, he said that, and he was fired for it. But he's right. Go look at the ingredients on the back of Campbell's Soup. I'm so happy you asked, but I don't even know if the technicals matter on that. Is there going to be a composite operator purchasing Campbell's Soup en masse when it is viral that insiders are talking about how awful it is for you and it's only for poor people? I don't know, man. Got leaked, yeah. Fake meat, bro. Disgusting. But we'll look for sure, man. Thank you. So platinum, after testing, failing that $1,700+ level, we know it's such a big deal. They are also back testing like 1,500 as support. So I think it's a matter of just absorption after a big run, cools off. But as you can see, like, forget the daily, you look at the monthly and you understand, okay, you understand here how strong it looks. And if they can just break this one last level, quick ride to 1,900 and then over $2,000. Metals are meta right now by definition. They have been. The miners have been too for 18+ months. But yeah, like the metal miners are like kind of quite possibly going into mania. They might. I'm not sure if they actually will, but they're like, okay, think about it. Like SVM, if it hasn't hit target 3 of the trade setup posted 18 months ago, it's about to. And now people are like heavily talking about these metal miners, and it's like, wait a second, so you're about to hit target 3 of an old trade setup that was phenomenal, one of the most incredible M shapes of all time. I think, we say that, and there's always other ones, but it was a weekly thing. Look at this, dude. Like, I mean, it's beautiful. Look at that candle last week, 25%. But the party was down here. This was the godlike entry. We're talking 240. It's $8 now. And if they break this last level, I think, I don't know, $8.85, $9. Yeah, $8.85 to $9 is probably the last big one. Mania, a rare event that occurs in uptrends, like towards the end of the cycle. But there is no value here. You're paying all-time premium. Target 3. I mean, I even find this one. Yeah, still got it. Yeah, bro. March 4th of 2024. I think 19 months ago. Good God. All right, you just see it right there. Just going by the book, man. No ego. And acting like we know. Just knew that it was a easy place to take an entry. tight stop with extremely good maximum upside potential. And you can see 798 is target 3.
Hey Mitch, can you Podma? Uptrending T1 reaction seems like. Cheers.
Eggs Denny, thanks for the 20, dude. Much love. We will. Yes. All right. So SVM hit 810 either yesterday or the day before, whatever. This week officially hit target 3 of the trade setup. Are you kidding me? And people are like, dude, the miners look great. And it's like, bro, what do you mean they look great? They just concluded. Everything we do and work hard for to look for opportunity, it just completely paid out. So if it was to breach this target 3, the strategic, right, take profit, then yeah, you might be entering mania mode. And that's like where $12, $15, all-time highs. It would be freaking wild, man. Because there really is. Yeah, I think when you reach $9, it's just like, oh, $12. Oh, look, 1374 and then 1637. You can't be surprised if it happens at this point. The way silver's trading right now, it's a 50-year resistance broken and then back tested successfully as support last week and now up tremendously into price discovery. Can't be that surprised. So, all right, I don't want to talk about, let's just, you know, people want to talk about Pundy coin and butthole coin on the scam exchange. I know, but yeah, we will look at these requests now. Had a couple of them. Okay, well, Rivian, not really a formal request, but, you know, it's like something where we talked about, dude, don't even worry about it. The weekly, who cares about cup with handle on 4 hour? It's godlike structure on weekly, and that's all you need to know. You're just sitting and waiting, and you're talking 24, 50, 30, $28, eventually 40. I think this would resolve $40. $40. It is very rare that structures like this develop. But here we are looking at it. But it's, hey man, how many freaking thousands of charts had to be scanned through to find this one? And it's always it takes the entire town, the entire village to eventually find something like this, and that's what happens, right? Like the gift, I believe that the fruit of the tree of the seed I planted 8 years ago, roughly now, it is fruiting with people that have listened and taken heed of the education, and they are able to identify the structures that I look for. So we have thousands of people's eyes on charts looking for stuff like this, and lo and behold, someone found this. And if it hits 40, hype king, someone's going to become a hype king. It's just patience. All you do is just own it and live your life, man. You're already up on it. Nothing to worry about. Anyway, yeah. So all I can say, chat, is build me a trade setup worthy of Mordor. This is Mordor right now. Find me something like this. Find me something like Baba back when it was August last year. It's probably just, look, it's probably just downsloping consolidation and uptrend. I mean, I wonder if it's actually gonna, it's tough, man. It's a really tough spot to be in on Baba right now. The trade setup included, right? Target 4 was 164, 168 zone. But now it's like, okay, the book or that chapter is concluded, but will the book continue, which is the trend? Yeah, probably. Even if it dumps here, makes a higher low at 120, it's still going to be in an uptrend long term. But it's now like correlating negatively to that 164, 168 inflection zone. It's a big deal. That's huge, dude. That's like Bitcoin's 93K level. Like they're below it and testing it as resistance. So eventually you recapture that, you break out, you run to 205, 211. But this is just like Rivian. I mean, there is no difference between Rivian and BABA back last year. Same setup. This is the stuff we're looking for. They're trend reversal structures. Then evidence of accumulation after the trend reversing structure concludes its development. Build me a trade setup worthy of Mordor. Stuff like ACHR. Incredible. SVM. Oh my God, dude. ACHR. Look how they defended $7 today. Look at that. The old harmonic is flipping to support. I mean, there's good upside. They could take it back to 977. What's up, Vincent, man?
At Vincent Lechapella 7432 super chatted $71.50. Hey Mitch, good evening. Can we look at GNL daily and weekly? Again, thanks for all this education. Big time life changing.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Vincent, you know the answer will always be yes. Global Lease, Global Net Lease or whatever that company is. I believe it had that M-shaped bottoming stuff going on, if my memory has not betrayed me. We have a daily candle close, by the way, so let's
I have some evidence Man Bear Pig could be in this area.
Jesus chimes for the crypto candle close and the daily. Just real quick, run to it. It's great to see traders have settled up all the way above the major inflection zone. They'll probably go for back test the 92.8 today. I don't know why they wouldn't. Worst case, they take it down to 91.2 for a back test. That would not be good though. You just probably want it to be 92. Whatever, 92.7. Hold it and then run. That's what we want. A nice little local confirmation low maybe. It's been put in and they broke a little neckline right there. So back test, hold, and then we still might have some upside on Bitcoin down here. They broke the heart line of the downtrend of the channel too, so I like that. Okay. Same thing with the Ethereum, them right there. They've recaptured key levels. Let's see if we could. I mean, they're still upside to 35.20, and then Solana, there's upside. I mean, all the way up to 160. So beautiful how they're holding this here. So yeah, you pull back, whatever. Let me check here. First request. Oh, GoPro for Heath. He wanted a GoPro, man. Dang, man. Dang. Well, you know what? It's been a while since I looked at this. Long time. Let's take a gander. I had this long extended downtrend that they did break out. There is a lot of higher lows, more than before's going on. And he asked the question. Minimal risk? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Oh no, that's Campbell's. Let's see. Is it worth a long-term hold? If we recapture $2, I think you might be good. You have some good upside there. I do like the way the trend has reversed. I mean, in fact, you kind of have like a M shape, continuation M shape here. XA, what's a Gartley? My God, dude, it's freaking beautiful. A nice little Gartley reacting here. Kind of random and weird spot, but I do like that. It was up almost 9% today, down 2.16% after hours. Again, if you ever want to strategically play these, you want to see something like that come in, and then it would be a no-brainer for risk management. Easy at 140 to set a stop below that somewhere. But yeah, I think 203.
Thank for all you do for everyone. Can we look at RUM? Thank you.
Yeah, Rumble, disappointing, man. It was a failed trade setup. Yeah, we will look at it. Rumble, man. So hard to be like, all right, time to long it now after it's up 9% today, but I mean, it's up 35% in 11 days. That's always really tough, man. Really tough to be like long now. But I do like that you do have higher lows. There's evidence of more than before going on. I just, the big breakout point's probably $2 back from March 2020. So good structure, just a little high in a very short period of time. So it makes it a little more difficult. Remember, it's like, unless that framework is exactly the way it is by the book, it's hard to be like, oh, it's a no-brainer. It is. You have to think about it here, because it's like, it's nice M shape, but 35% in 11 days, and it's not confirming. There's no type 2 return yet on it. So you do probably want to wait for a retest 143, but if it does start pulling back, maybe anything above 143 is a small incremental DCA a little bit if you want to keep playing this momentum. There's probably a demand line. Something like this. Okay, you know, that would probably be your threshold. Below that, maybe no. Below 136, 143. All right, we'll see. Cool M shape. Surprised me. This thing was just destroyed, though. I mean, good God, it was so bad, man. Hadn't looked at it in a long time. Things trying to turn around a little bit. Okay. All right. All right, Campbell's Soup. Campbell's Company, man. Oh my God. It looks as bad as it could. Weekly? Oh yeah, dude. The downtrend is so entrenched. So well established. Oh, okay. Yeah, TWT. Yes, sir, who has been requesting TWT, I will. Yes, absolutely. I will look at TWT. I received the Solana contribution for sure. So if you're out there and you're watching, TWT will be looked at like next. Okay. So this is awful. Unfortunately, it's not in a good spot for short selling because it's just been devastated, but it does look like it's about to fall off a cliff. Not even kidding. I mean, this is the worst thing. Like if it closed right now in 1 day, 21 hours, if all stayed the same or lower, it would be the lowest weekly candle close on this asset literally since July of 2009. Oh my God, it's so bad. Where's the support? You lost it. I mean, there was support and it's gone. It's maybe sitting on this one little thread from 2011. But to lose that, man, it's a pretty easy. Yeah, 23, 79, 25.90 looks like it's on deck on the weekly. An inflection zone. These two swing lows right there, and then a test until it's 9. That's on deck. So you got about, on Campbell's, where it is right now, you have another 13 to 20% downside. It's almost like you could just see it, what's going on, right? I mean, okay, a rally occurred and then a sell-off, a retest, and then another joke of a rally. And I think like this Campbell's news dumped again. It's almost like an inverse cup with handle, man. Like, not even kidding. It's like this. It's seriously like, what? No freaking way. Are they really just doing this? I think they are. Ugh. And you want to see the neckline? You're out the neckline, dude. That's it. That's your inverse couple handle. Flip the chart over in a well-established downtrend. Look at that. I guess it's invalid below this, or I guess above this level. It would be an invalid potential couple handle on a breakout watch. 3190 above that, it's failed structure. But look, I mean, is that not beautiful in its own right? Chat. Gosh dang. Hold on. I want to see this on the daily. See if it's beautiful on the weekly, right? Look at this on the daily. Oh my God, it is so bad. Campbell's gut with handle, man. Well-established downtrend, and it's been consolidating bearishly since July. That's what's so bad about it, man. Think about how much time. 146-day large development. It's like they're absorbing the last remaining demand that exists at this 2984 level. And once it's completely absorbed, bye-bye Campbell's, down 13+% to 20% to the next inflection point, okay? Wow. Sorry, sir. Sorry, Preston. It's not your fault, dude, though. All right. Let's go to TWT, I believe. Hold on. TWT, was there like anything about an exchange? Voodoo, thanks again, man. Let me see here. TWT. I guess KuCoin is the go-to. Heart rate monitor, bro. I mean, like, where do you manage your risk? You can't. There's no way to manage risk. You're looking, the zone to be trying to construct a trading plan is 71 cents or 130 for a short, and that was a beautiful bearish back test before this rolled over.
Could you look at dollar tossed? I like how it's respecting 32.18 as support and above 100 MA on weekly.
Yeah, we can do that. We literally can do that, Infinite. Thank you for the 20 TOST. Well, look. But unfortunately, where we are right now on this one, this S coin, oh my God, the Japanese yields are melting up. My alert on the Japanese 10-year yield and 30-year yields, 40-year yield, all just went off. Very bad. Dude, I gotta play it, man. I gotta play it.
Very bad, boys. Very bad.
Jeez. We'll look at it in a second. I just want to, all right, if you are a range bound trader, okay, the worst place to attempt to take strategic longs or shorts is in the dead middle of the trading range. Unfortunately, for a short seller or long, there's nothing to do here. You can try to force it and like say, hey man, but the 200 moving average, it doesn't matter. That's not good enough. You want to see, this is really the last place to ever give a crap about TWT for a long was back here. In August and in September. You had a spring back test of the key little inflection zone, inflection point, 71, 72 cents. The sellers violated the level and they couldn't do anything. The buyers recaptured, reconfirmed once and then twice. And after that technical event that we covet, that we look for, it is something where we try to take longs. On the silver trade that was just successful, we just had a spring back test and it played out brilliantly. This did too, but now people have taken profit at 130. It overshot the target. Maybe they went a little higher and maybe there were other targets. Maybe a more aggressive target was like 164. A candle high close from March 2024 and a swing high from December 2024. And then a candle close. Look at that right there. Just in October. Okay, target 1 and 2 for a long. It's over. The trade is over. So it's like, until you're getting stuff like this, that's the only time to ever care about range bound trading. Or if those buyers could have flipped short right here, where 130 was recaptured from the sellers and they re-regarded it as resistance and rejected it, and look at it now. And it's like, they'll probably won't take profit till it gets back down to 71 cents, 70 cents again. So that's all I got to say, man. Remember, this channel is not about anything but trying to look at assets to strategize and then construct trading plans. And there's only one place to do that, and it's for a long, and it's 71, 72 cents. Okay, that's it. right. Thanks again for the Solana contribution, man. We'll see here. Let's look at the next one, which would be ADMA. Okay. Oh, this thing went nuts. Never looked at this in my life. It already had its crazy run. Okay. ADMA Biologics. Well, I mean, it's been biotech has been killing it past month. So, all right. Dude, you're looking at an asset that in a matter of less than four weeks is up 37%. Probably soon approaching 21 bucks. They break that 23.59. Again, like the old swing high in 2014 could have been a level to strategize, maybe. I mean, that's the only place that makes sense to like maybe set up an entry, whether you had a strong edge or not at that level. It's all about, is the asset trading at, near, or around a key support? In this instance, it's literally not. And if it's not, there's nothing I can do to help. Because I don't even act like I know what's, like, I'm not even doing forecasting for these assets, right? It's just like, can we apply the framework for risk management for an equitable trade? And if the answer is no, all we can do is look at the levels, and you can see the levels: 1369, 2109, 2359. That's it. You're approaching resistance. I have no idea if they're going to be able to break it. I guess the trend's good. It's cool to see them confirming 1369, an old high from 2014 as support once, twice. All right. If they can break 2359, we could use Fibonacci to maybe target high to low. 2888, 3059, $33 for, you know, your extension targets of this structure here. Okay. It's range bound, but range bound in good context after a big markup. So, but not at the bottom of the range. So therefore impossible to manage risk appropriately. Okay. Would you say anything uptrending type 1 reaction? Seems like talking about an M shape or something. Okay, well then come back down to 1369 again. Then it might be it would be very easy to manage risk with a stop loss below 1369 entry, and we'd know our upside. But they've already done that. The request time was between September and November at this point. That was the time to probably request this, not now. It's too far gone. That's okay. Thank you again, Eggs Denny. Very grateful. All right, Benson wants GNL. Global net lease. Yeah, it looks down here. Yeah, I like it a lot. Now I'll show you why. Yeah, you've got this. Remember the setup, this Wyckoff accumulation stuff going on. You have more than before. Look at the correlation, the 200 moving average. Of course, the type 2 returns already occurred. You got type 1, type 2 spring, back test of spring at 687. You would just be in this. You're waiting for 888. They break 888. It's blow the roof off this thing, going to 1011, and then 1156 after that. Each level is a resistance, potential price objective. So yeah, I know we've looked at this one before. It's good, but remember, it's like, where's the optimum entry? It was 687. Get what I had here, man. Like, so. Yeah, dude, look at this, man. Come on. Like, all I can do is I'm a tool to help you. To help you on your trading journey. This was February 19th of this year. There it was. There it was, chat. So it's like, okay, the M shape, but then time went by and then it matured. It reacted very well. So you can't say like we haven't been here to see it. What's up, Gomi, man?
Thank you for the education, Mitch. Dealer's Choice PLS. IRBT went full scoring today. Party parrot.
The robots are going to take over, Gummy Man. Well, they took over, I guess, today. Thank you so much, man, for the 50. Leeward Jenkins in the chat. I'll do what I can, man. I'll see what I can do. I'll do my best. Remember egg sauce? I'm going to check on that one today. But yeah, I mean, like, there was an area that made more sense. And it was $7, 687. You had a couple chances. And now it's off those lows. All you could do at this point, it's like tough because you're well off this swing low at 756, the new higher low, the new base getting put in. Stop loss below that, you know, at this point, because this is looking like it's setting up for 888. And if they break that, then 1021, then 1155. So it looks like there is a composite operator accumulating a position on this asset. It looks like it. Doesn't mean it's certain, but it looks really good down here. But for an equitable optimum entry, it was as close to 687, $7 as possible. Okay, if that makes any sense. So it looks good and looks poised possibly for higher, but from a risk management standpoint, it is very difficult right here. That's all I can say. If that makes any sense, I hope it does. My God, dude, doing all I can. All right, music stopped. Seems like 1 sec. Let's see here. Yeah. So Exos, remember we're talking about build me a trade setup worthy of Mordor? Another example. Oh my God, just chilling, man. Who even cares what it's doing? Just another one. Throw it in the book, man. I mean, you can't, like, if you watch this stream, you cannot tell me I'm the bad guy ever. Like, how many countless setups? I mean, yes, some fail, but you can't tell me what's being taught here isn't net good for anyone trying to navigate these financial markets. They just keep presenting themselves. They keep getting identified. They keep getting optimum entries, easiest levels to set up stop losses. And some of them end up doing things like this. This was an old dealer's choice. Someone tipped 20 bucks. Hey, man, your choice, whatever you want to look at. And I'm like, you know what, man? This one. Target $100. Oh my God, it's $101. Second target would be 121. But this is Mordor. Build me a trade setup worthy of Mordor. Okay. Like, I think anyone who would ever hate on what I do, that there's something wrong with that person. Like, there is literally something wrong. Because if you're here in this community and you've been watching, you understand what I'm trying to do. Like, this stuff works more often than not. And it's like, okay, if you don't like it, good luck. Find yourself a better ship than this one that would navigate financial waters. Good luck finding a better ship, because you're probably not going to. Let's see. Next one was Rumble, I believe. Okay. So we got Rumble. Yeah, really disappointing. But it's actually okay. Like, it's actually not the worst thing in the world here. I mean, they've recaptured it, so it was bad below $7, 635. But look what they're doing. Like, it's like a false bearish breakdown. There's a lot of upside above $7. You know, 3 Rising Valley's failure, but they just took it back down to this September low. And now key levels you're above. So, I mean, you're upside $9, 1040. But the top of the range, man, hardcore is like 1471, 1547. Yeah, so there's really, after the past 2 weeks, I know it's up 19 and 12.5%. Wow. More like 30%, close to 30% in 2 weeks. If you're above $7, if they could check it back, man, and reconfirm it as support, it could be a good re-entry. But yeah, it was disappointing. October into early November. But yeah, you're back, man. You're back above key levels. That's all I can tell you. So a check back, a bullish back test that is successful would be really good here. And one might be able to take another shot on it. Like if they were able to do something like this, something like that. Oh man, that'd be phenomenal. That, or they recapture, or I mean, they retest $7 or something. They could do something even prettier where it ends up becoming like this. They create a neckline and then like this. And then all of a sudden you get a beautiful momentum shifting structure right here. Like this is what we would dream of or covet to be able to, I mean, like to pattern trade. You would want something like that. The run to continue and conclude around $9. A neckline's created and then a sell off for a retest of the level they are recapturing, but have not reconfirmed. That would be a dream if we could get that. So I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying that's what we would want if we wanted an optimum trade.
My $50 one didn't read.
What?
Balls in squirrel's court.
Oh, it didn't read. What do you mean? Wits, what do you mean? Your 51 didn't read? Oh. Back for the throne. Oh. Why did it not play? Did it really not play? I'm going to try it again. Hold on. That works, right? Boom.
At Wits97 super chatted $49.99.
There it is.
Back for the throne. Fire emoji.
Dude, you did it, man. You have supplanted. You have supplanted Squirrel. I don't think Squirrel's watching today. I mean, he might be, but probably not. But you are now the weekly top Jesus of super chats. Yep. And that's fair game, man. Absolute fair game. And that is a mandatory Leroy Jenkins. Bro, I mean, that's a Jesus chimes. Someone pings, is Squirrel a crypto in the Discord? Let's ping him. Squirrel. I'm typing in at Squirrel. No, there's Squid and there's Squinty. There's Squirrely, but I don't think there's Squirrel of Crypto Street in the Discord. Well, I guess we'll find out. Oh my God, Bitcoin crashing. Bro, no, it's not. Just calm down. Down 700 points. Not a big deal. Oh, we have to real quick jump to the Japanese 10-year yield. Oh my God, dude. Up almost 1% on the new day. Jeez, look what they're doing. You are now eclipsing a swing high. Whoa, back from 2008. You are now at the highest level in the Japanese 10-year yield since July of 2007. That's happening right now.
Very bad, boys. Very bad.
I guess the next target's like 1.94 from 2006, but wow, you're nearing records. I mean, you're getting closer and closer. Good God. Look at that. Oh my God. The 30-year yield up 0.82%. This is a record. I mean, this is higher than it's ever been. There is no history back there on this one. This has been making history. It made a record close yesterday and just gapping up and going. Something's going on, dude. Something's going on. That's the Japanese 40-year yield. All of them. This one's not at all-time highs, though. This one's gapped up. It's up 0.59%. It was second highest daily candle close ever yesterday. So we'll see if this one keeps going. Incredible. I mean, incredible in terms of like, it's not good, but whatever. Remember, it's like higher these yields go, the more expensive it would be to borrow in the yen. People were for many years buying dirt cheap debt in the yen, and then they were in turn taking that low interest rate yen, and they were buying equities on the Western markets, the US markets. Now that's gone as this continues to rally higher. Okay. Just real quick. Let's look at the next one. TSOST. TOST. Toast. Which I believe is a lender. They lend to poor people. What a trend. Great trend. There's something to it. Now, I mean, there's better remember the whole Wyckoff world of some sort. Wow. Yeah, just uptrending. A deep retrace in the uptrend's good. This is like an M shape. I don't even, it looked like it could close to an 886, almost like a shark. Not quite deep enough, man. You want to go a little deeper. But yeah, it popped today at 4%. But did go and lose that 200, making lower highs. It's rallying. I would like it a little deeper, just being real, right? Let's see what it did it test this high right here? This high from 2022. No, see, you want to wait on this one. If you were looking for maximum strategy, you want that high from 2022 to its confluent with an 886, which would be the completion of this shark. That's what you want it to see. And if it doesn't ever hit that, then it's going to be just forget it, man. Let it go. That's where you would strategize. That's where you would want to type 1 reaction, make another lower high, come down, maybe violate, rally, and do something like that. Then we're talking. But that's what you want. If you want to, play with this, I don't think you're there yet. So I don't think there's any action take on it, but hey, it's cool. Toast package software. But again, I think this is a lender. It's almost like a loan shark. The loan sharks in an uptrend. Very nice. All right. Maybe there's a demand line or something. Yeah, you broke the demand line too. Gross. Yeah, 3063. Have an alert set up on it. I'll just have an alert. I'm like, what? It's going off? No way, dude. Here, trading trouble. That's right. That's right, dude. So look at the next one. You either have a trade setup that is ready for action, or you don't. A robot, yeah, nothing to look, dude. I mean, no strategy, like nothing that you could have done. It was just, it hit an all-time low late November, just a couple weeks ago, and they recaptured the old all-time low from April. They didn't even regard it as support. They just engulfed, and it gapped up today 73.85%. It's insane. But it's like, okay, that's, what is this? Just remember, most of the time, pumps like this are the casino. Congratulations. The iRobot slot machine hit the jackpot today. There was no strategy. Someone just pulled a lever for the 10,000th time and it hit. Congratulations. I'm sure some inside information was exchanged out there and people were allocated for it and made a lot of money, and it was all illegal, but it doesn't matter. Congratulations. Highest daily candle close since October 28th. What? Meh. If they could come retest 180, then maybe we're talking for strategy. That's all we can talk about. Oh, Toast is TA exhibit. Toast is restaurant point of sale system. I'm thinking about bread. My bad, dude. Remember, you know what I'm talking about. You could understand my confusion or why I was off, but so there's toast and then there's bread. Okay. You could use bread and then use toast at the same time. You could do both. We need butter. Is there butter stock? There's butterfly. No, we don't want butterflies, just butter. Cash settled butter futures. What? On one exchange. See me futures. Oh my God. All right, let's look at cash settled butter futures, chat. For the memes. Oh my God. Look at butter futures. Just recently hit a record high in October. What an uptrend on butter. Unreal. Let's butter that bread. Pump this S. Okay. Do we get another request? Wits, you are the king, man. The absolute king. And Squirrel is not to be found today, but maybe he'll be back later in the week. You got to stick around, though, if you want to beat the king in the end. All right, Bitcoin. Remember, we're talking about a back test, if anything, a successful back test of 92.7. They're going for a test right now. This is what I'm talking about. And they can lose it, too, and as long as 24 hours goes by and they recapture and hold above it with a close, you'll be all right. But that's typically what happens, man. Market participants love, they need. That is their oxygen. They must back test. Without a back test, you never know. You need some cash settled butter futures on your cash settled cornbread futures, dude. iRobot is yeah, I know. Dealer's choice. Let me just spend a little time here doing my thing. I just gotta go through some of these stonks, see if there's just something out there that is of significance that would be interesting or valuable. Or maybe even actionable. Yeah, you're talking about BIB. That thing crashed and has been running. My God, dude. This isn't dealer's choice per se, but dude, come on. Like, give credit where credit's due. EPAM identified this thing. It's a Gartley at a support from 2020. But look at how it's running now. Oh my God. Let me see if I can find EPAM. Let's type in EPAM in Discord. So it comes up if I got anything. Maybe not. I know I looked at this on stream. Yeah. I know for a fact I looked at this on stream. But this thing, right? Just running. Probably gonna keep going. Let me just keep looking. I'm gonna look for a dealer's choice. Man, Cisco with a C looking freaking hot, dude. Cisco with the C is going to all-time highs again, dude. He hit an all-time high last month, and it's pumping, going crazy. Oh my God, look at Wells Fargo. Holy crap, dude! This wedging, this upsloping trend line here, the supply line. They're just record close today, up 3.5%. Financials are going berserk. And before they break it and just it resolves and you go to 100, that's stupid, man. Crazy. I don't need all-time highs. Sorry, I don't think it is because 08. Actually, this one is all-time highs. Okay, yeah. The record, never before seen. Insane. But it's not the dealer's choice. I'm still looking for something. Oh, okay. Well, we already liked this one, but now most recently Halliburton your oil field services. That back test, the 25 bucks right there. Look at the significance of this. Old swing high from 2019, 2021. Let's go further back. Swing high from 09. Look at this. Old swing high from 2001. Correlation 1999. All that right there. And you're reversing the trend. They broke this. We looked at this thing, man, back in August. It looked great. It was beginning to do stuff, and back above 2128, another key level. But this right here is very important. This could be the beginning of a massive run. Lots of upside potential on Halliburton above $25 given enough time. All right, so any pullback, all right, but whatever, they could retest it again. But Halliburton looking great right here. I think probably a bunch of energy stocks could look similar-ish. God. General Motors, guess what? All-time highs. So I think Tesla's going to do the thing, man. Yeah, General Motors all-time highs. Again, this is dealer's choice, so it's like kind of make of it what you will. God, Walmart is going nuts, all-time highs. It was looking good. It's playing out, super defensive. Oh God, what happened to PSKY? Paramount, Skydance, destroyed. Ugh. Wow, 3M continuing its ascent today. Highest daily, wow. Highest price seen, I think, since 2019 on 3M, which was an incredible setup way back. We looked at this in 2023, early 2024. Incredible, man. Again, I'm still looking for something that could be just nuts. I don't know if that's good enough. Wow, man. Yext Technology Services. That's a big deal. Whoa. I'm not saying like it's like the one, but like, wow, look at 857, the swing low from the COVID crash. They're breaking it today. You're already in an uptrend, right? Higher highs, higher lows. And to recapture that, I think there's like 1063 could be your target here. Yeah. 1063 going all the way back to 2018, that swing low. This is a big breakout. Almost cup with Hendel, man. Like intense cup with Hendel.
Hey Mitch, can you take a look at BBBY? I got in at 5.46, thank you.
Sure thing. AG, thanks so much, dude. Bed Bath Beyond. Yeah. We'll look. Yeah, cup with Hendelman on Yext. Lots of upside. 1063, 1205. You got to really like it, man. Right here. Good trend. Good momentum. Love the higher low coming in the previous low. Too much demand. But being above a key level like that could have serious consequences. Goodness. So that's like more. This is all dealer's choice stuff. Wow, dude. Look at this. Look at USB, US Bank Corp. This old channel I had. The correlation to this demand line. Look how they held it again locally. These two lows higher than previous lows. And 4613. Swing high, swing low. This thing's running. I mean, like this is probably heading to probably at least 54 bucks. Dude, these financials are doing really good. Okay. Sub Lantern. Hopefully your fire's burning bright. All right, Bed Bath & Beyond. That was decent little dealer's choice, right? Where I went beyond with the multiple assets. All right, Bed Bath & Beyond, man. All right, this thing got wrecked. But hey, yeah, you're right, man. I mean, like it's good that you're looking at it, because why? You're down at this critical zone here. I don't really see much yet. I would like to I would really like to see 471 again. If you could get 471, it would be so spectacular because look, you would have a bullish shark completing at the key level. I mean, that would be phenomenal. And it would be a back test of the swing low from December. This would give you such a good entry. Look, and you go back to like the swing low from 2002, right around that swing low from 2012. Like that to me, if we could get I know it's up 10% today, it's up 2% after hours, but maybe they might just like run it to this and then come back down. And that might be the ticket right there. That would be optimum entry, max upside, and you have yourself a nice predictable pattern, a sharp pattern. That's what we would want. I think that would be a perfect entry level 471 if you were ever blessed enough to receive it. I'm not saying you will, but that's what you would want. Yeah. So Gumi, let me know if that was adequate of a dealer's choice. I know it's not like, hey man, you know, not every day we're going to get like a trade setup on dealer's choice, but it was just kind of like, I wanted, if I wasn't going to give you a trade setup, I might as well just looked at a bunch of different assets that were looking interesting, correlating to key levels. Oh, you have JG and you have AG in the chat. Oh God, yeah. Mod sleeping. All right, y'all. Well, I've been live now for an hour, 40 minutes. So, oh man, I'm gonna get some dinner. I'm starving, and then I'm gonna, yeah, I might be doing something tonight. Maybe not. So let's just go back to Bitcoin and see what they're doing. They're attempting a back test of a key level. They're trying to defend it and hold it as support, which is like the most typical thing. Like right there, if they can hold it successfully today, I mean, you might be getting ready for 97.8 to 99.3 up there. So let's just hope that this whole inflection zone is tested successfully today and holds in the next 23 hours, 13 minutes. All right. So thanks for coming out. Good stream. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. And I will just be back. So until next time, respect the TA.